everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On 1st down, here's Mon. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Fighting his way through. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 21st touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gostkowski the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the 29, Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2nd and 10.
Throwing Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Barkley a first down and more.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
On the run, it's Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mon.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A huge play there for Washington.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd down and goal. Mon.
And this one's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
They'll try to run it with Gibson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. 2nd down and 7. A handoff to Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Jones on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Off play action, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. 1st and 10. Here's Mon. It's caught. Smith. 7 yards to pick up there. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They go play action here. Mon. Flush to his right. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mon looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And some room to work. And they can't bring him down. He's still barreling through. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Gostkowski for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Mon. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gibson. Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Here's Mon. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Bond going to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pettis now on the return.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Kill.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crossett. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now Saquon Barkley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Jones out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Here's a give to Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Off play action. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Jones throwing for it. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Giants 15. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Second and 2.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Jones off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram, and he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Rolling to his right. That's caught by Galladay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the goal at the 10-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jones, flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. Yeah, the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Mon now off of play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Mon. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll go to Barkley again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Looking to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mike 22, Mike 22. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Right now, boys.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Keep doing